among the upsides and downsides, and it's a delicate balance. M&A is not for the faint-hearted. The clients during the due diligence process may well experience distracted client service people, particularly at exec level. If you're being acquired and you haven't got your own team dedicated to that, it's the practitioners, people that have accounts, they own the business. How do you manage business as usual and answer for the 15th time the same question in just a different permutation? It's very time consuming. So clients can notice a challenge. Similarly, for an acquiring firm, unless they have a dedicated M&A team, it's all the senior execs that are giving their time to that. That does or can cascade down through the business, and it puts a lot more pressure on all of your people. So the clients can experience that. Now, that's something to be very mindful of, and it can be detrimental to clients. However, the plus side, if the strategy makes sense, the clients, culture, I mentioned that earlier, is so important to them. If the fit makes very good economic but cultural sense, the client base now benefits from much greater scale. We would like to do more business with you if only you had this capability, or you could do this. Well, now we can. But what are the people like? Culturally, you come and meet them, it's seamless. That is a huge thing for clients. Within the marketplace, depending upon what scale, if it's very specialist, you might now be number one in the market, number two in the market. With underwriters, that's a tremendous position to be in. It might be that you've now got the ability to cross-sell a lot more things. So clients benefit. Service, though, is absolutely at the heart of the whole thing.
Yeah, so I think from the benefits perspective, generally, bigger gives you the potential to be better in terms of the benefits that you can access, the type of programs that you can roll out, whether that's wider flexible benefits or supplementary programs that maybe aren't accessible when you're a smaller business, but also accessing maybe new HR teams that have got different ideas, different cultures, different ways of operating in different territories, and bringing that to, at the moment, probably since the pandemic, we've seen this rapid escalation of companies wanting to access talent from anywhere in the world. And the way that you can do that is you can either go and buy businesses in those territories, or actually maybe you can now just employ people through a global mobility program from different territories. But you're going to need some expertise in those particular areas. If you're doing that blind, it's difficult. If you're doing that because you're acquiring a business that has already got that expertise in those areas, then you've got a distinct advantage. And actually, you can make lots of learnings around the different operation of benefits in different countries, whether it's the benefits themselves, whether it's the technology solutions around how they are embedded and how they're communicated. So there's loads of upside, but then you're also into a world where you've maybe because of your greater scale and because you're crossing different borders, you might have the opportunity to actually for financial savings around things like multinational pooling. So the potentially huge upside. But going back to my initial point, that if it's not done properly or if it's not thought about, what we often see is with clients is that it's the afterthought around benefits, and it's something that maybe they'll look to integrate further down the line without a clear plan. And by that time, maybe the cat's out of the bag, and some of the damage or some of the potential advantages have been lost. And because benefits is always affecting individual employees, once you've caused a little bit of damage to those guys, you've either lost them or you've demotivated them. So for me, having a clear structure and the time at outset to plan with what you're going to do with benefits is the sensible and logical thing to do. But as I say, it's often not the priority from the finance and the commercial guys that are involved in any transaction.
Due diligence can definitely drag on. In terms of the process, it depends on who is running that for you. What experience have they got? How well do they know you? Have they really got a good knowledge of the overall marketplace and what you're trying to do? So if you are trying to sell yourself, for example, who would you accept? Because you've got to carry all your people with you. If you're making the acquisition, have you done your due diligence and narrowed it down to a small enough number that you can manage that? How many, if you're really on a roll, how many due diligence processes can you manage at the same time? How many negotiations can you manage at the same time? Are the funds going to be there? Because if you've got 2 or 3 running and you've only got the funds for one, that's a lot to manage, and reputationally very, very bad. So yes, have in mind how long is this going to take, where does it fit strategically, and get the timing right. As far as you can, message to your senior execs, this is a sprint, and once you've completed that bit, you're back to your business.